Let's talk to the bartender. The bartender greets you with a nod of his head. Hello, travelers. How can I help you? Yeah, sure. Would you like something to drink while we talk? Yeah. What do you got? Here's some good alcohol to wet your throat. The bartender hands you a glass half filled with an unknown liquor. All right, do you know Tanya? We're searching for a nomad woman named Tanya. She's the leader of her family, and they should be around here somewhere. I know her. She came here some days ago. She needed some information from me, and she accepted to do a little task in exchange for what she wanted. If you search for her, then we may find an agreement. I'll tell you where she is, but I need you to make sure that the task I gave her will be finished. It's a simple job. You go there, see what's happened, and find the woman you're looking for. Do we have a deal? Yes and maybe. So, we'll go with yes. Fine, I'll do what you want me to do. Man smiles and takes a sip of liquor. That's what I want to do here. Let me explain the situation to you. I'm Morgan, and I'm the one you should look for if you need a job or some knowledge. Just a few days ago, this woman showed up to ask me some questions, but my knowledge has a price, and she was willing to do me a favor in order to pay that price. I sent her to a place not too far from here. Let me show it on my map. I lost contact with some men I had there, running a scavenging operation. I sent in Tanya and her family, but they didn't come back, and now I'm starting to get worried. There's something strange happening. I want you to get there, discover what's going on, and then come back. Don't get into trouble. I really need to know what's happening, and well, I guess you like being alive, so don't throw yourself into danger. It's just a recon mission. All right, let's do it. Morgan hands you a bag with 50 bullets in it. Don't go there unprepared. We don't want more missing people. We both don't want more missing people. Now, there's something else I can do for you. Nah, I think that it... Wait. Nope. He is not the pimp. So much for that. Let's head back out. Head to the trader's booth. You walk towards the area dedicated to the traders. There is a big booth protected by several well-armed guards. There are different people speaking with the bunkers. Merchants. Is that guy hanging? Was he always there? Alright, go to the booth. You're approached by a man standing inside the booth. What do you need, travelers? You will find pretty much anything here at my shop. Alright, let's just buy something. See what we can get. Oh, no, I have torches. Doesn't look like I'm really short on anything in particular. You know, nothing really comes to mind. How much is this? $288. Too rich for my blood. I want that, though. I want it. Crossbow. I think I already have a good bow, and that's more expensive than I can afford anyway. How good is that? 2 damage? Really? I guess everything's like really low, but still, that's it. It looks so awesome. Nice revolver. Still weighs too much, but guess I'm gonna have to call that a day. Well, I can sell the stuff that I have. And that will help at least a bit, but, you know, I don't have too much. I got 285, which can get me this. Yeah, that'll work out. I'll get a submachine gun for my trouble. Damage 2.3. You know, can't really beat that. We'll go with that. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and equip that. There we go. There we go. Let's get something good. There we go. Let's pull that out and then put that there. There we go. We got some good stuff. I should probably start selling that kind of stuff, but how good is that? 1.414, 1.45. Yeah, I don't know necessarily, you know, if having backup equipment is going to be all that helpful, so we'll hold on to it just in case there's, you know, I'm not necessarily short on anything. Abandoned house. 2 hours is fine. We'll use a rope. A wolf! It's scared by my presence. Shoot it. Single bullet did it. 4.7 food. Hooray. And a teddy bear and a shovel. Hooray. Alright, we will head over there. I've got so much food. Dreaming again. You're in a clean and tidy room, talking with a man sitting behind a big wooden desk. I need the 3 of you to find something quite important. This is happening more and more often. It's not that easy being out there. Come on, at least we have some fun. We travel, visit places. Why is everything going wrong around here? Do we have to worry? Just a coincidence. There were always some problems to fix. Wow. This is nothing but an unlucky phase. It's all white and blurry. Once again, you feel aching and cold, unable to move, desperate. You abruptly wake up. I assume that that's triggered by plot, because, we didn't really get anything the whole trip over. Either way, we will head back here. You reach the area where Morgan sent you, and what you see is quite impressive. A strange glass-covered building standing in the middle of nothing. A massive tree grows inside. I don't like the sound of that at all. The building is heavily damaged, and the tree's branches pop out of broken windows. Not too far from one of the building's entrances, there are some tents, which may belong to the first group sent by Morgan. I've never seen anything like that. It's impressive. I doubt a tree can grow that much without something strange happening to it. I doubt the ancients built this place around a tree. Fine, it's big, but it's just a tree, and trees are the only thing that haven't ever tried to kill me. I forgot you were in my party, dude. Alright, it's Fang, if you remember. If it's someone... what voice did I give him? We'll go with, the deep gristle. If it's someone mutated, we don't know what to expect. Better to be careful. 2 groups were missing after coming here. Let's inspect the camp near the building first. The camp is nothing but 3 tents around a campfire. Some equipment lies scattered around, covered by the snow. It looks like it's been abandoned for at least a week. There are no recent traces of activity. No one's touched their stuff. So we are not dealing with some raiders that attacked the group to scavenge what they could find. April looks inside the tents. There's nothing inside the tents aside from a few sleeping bags. Alright, so that's the camp. Let's inspect the building. You don't know how, but somehow a giant tree has grown inside the building, tearing through any part that got in its way. You've never seen a building made with so much glass like this. There are no traces of recent activity around except for the camp near the entrance. From the outside, the place is silent, and there doesn't seem to be anything dangerous or interesting. Alright, let's head inside and see what actually is interesting. You approach the entrance while carefully looking around. There isn't much light on the inside, but it's enough to walk around without danger. Are we sure we want to do this? No, but we're gonna do it anyway. They didn't really give me an option. Ooh, a big scary tree. I bet its bark is worse than its bite. We should all be scared of a place with a giant tree where people have disappeared, leaving no trace behind. You keep walking through the building. It's fairly easy to proceed. Only a few paths are blocked by collapsed rubble or some giant roots. I thought I said robots for a second. I'm like, wait, what? Look there. They needed to cut part of the tree to get further inside the building. You proceed to the dark corridors ruined by roots of all sizes, running along the walls, floor, and ceiling. You end up in a large room where you see the tree's main trunk. The tree looks to have grown from deep underground, breaking one floor after another, leaving gaping holes around its trunk. You try to get a good look down at the underground levels, but it's too dark and you're unable to see much. All you can gather is that there are many levels to explore below. Well, that is certainly impressive. The tree is too big. Too bad it doesn't grow food. An entire city could survive here. And we're all glad it's a giant tree, and not a giant wolf, otherwise we'd be in far greater danger. Suddenly you hear April screaming. You turn and see the floor beneath her collapsing. She tries to cling to the solid floor, but she loses her grip and vanishes. April! Carlos immediately runs to the newly opened hole in the floor. A few seconds pass, and then you hear April's voice coming from below. I'm okay. I think I can walk. We are coming for you. Don't worry, my love. Be careful and don't move. We'll be there in a minute. We're not supposed to go inside. A lot of people disappeared here. Morgan sent us only to see what happened. We are not leaving her here. Yeah, we're gonna go save her. We're going to save her and we'll leave no one behind. We also need to know more about what happened before going back to Morgan. No, really it's just the saving her thing, but sure, the rest of it too. I just don't want everyone to die covered in dust and bricks. Maybe we can ask Morgan to give us some equipment. I'm not comfortable with the idea of leaving April here for who knows how long. We are not leaving! He turns to the hole in the floor and screams to April, April, we are coming! Just stay safe! It's too dark down here. I can't see where I am. All I can tell is that there are roots everywhere. You search the area for a passage leading below. When you find some nearly intact stairs descending into the darkness, you need a proper source of light to proceed. Alright, we got a torch. Let's go. We got plenty of torches, I thought. You're able to proceed, but descending isn't easy with all these overgrown roots everywhere. You notice a path already cut through the roots and decide to follow it, since it is the only passage not completely blocked by the vegetation. This is getting worse. These rooms are almost completely overrun by this bloody tree. We still don't know why people have been disappearing around here, so keep your eyes open. The tree may not be our main concern right now. You advance into another room, and you finally find something that may be related to the missing people. 2 bodies lying on the ground. That's not a good sign. No, it's not. Let's inspect the bodies. The bodies may belong to the people that Morgan sent here, since they don't look like nomads. Someone or something crushed them to death, leaving them massively bruised and broken. Let's go. You continue following the path that someone previously cut through the roots when your surroundings rapidly change. You enter a room where the roots are different. They are green and fresh, and they seem to converge to a single point. With your light, you trace along the roots to the central point where they converge and discover something most horrific. Some poor person has grown into, become one with the tree itself. This is not good. Its shape is human, but it almost looks like some kind of hybrid between a plant and a person. The skin is green and hairless. It stands still with its head looking at the floor. Holy shit. For once, I agree with you. What the fuck is this thing? Fang inspects the strange figure. Of all my travels across this cursed world, I've never seen anything like this. I've seen some strange mutants in my life, but this is the strangest. All right, let's inspect the room, right? We'll go big and then we'll go small. Room first. You take a few steps around the room and eventually discover something. There are 3 more bodies. Something strange is happening to them. They're dead like the others, but the roots of the plant are wrapping around the bodies, merging into them, almost like the tree is absorbing the bodies into itself. All right, probably a good time to go, but we'll inspect the creature. As you get closer, you can see that the creature is moving, but does not seem to notice you. The creature seems to react more when you shine the light at it, but it doesn't do much else. I guess we'll just continue on then. Sure, why not? Guys, are we sure we want to go deeper? If that thing can move, maybe the whole tree can move. What if it was the tree that killed those people and to feed on them? We need to find April as soon as possible, then get the hell out of here. Let's go this way. There's an open passage. Eva is a trooper. Eva pauses for a second. Careful, there's blood on the ground. All right, just keep on smiling. You proceed deeper into the building's underground, eventually finding an area with fewer roots. You suddenly stop when you hear a woman's voice. It doesn't sound like April. It comes from a path overrun by roots. You get closer and light the area. You see a woman likely suffering from food and water deprivation. It's hard to get a good look at her through the roots. Hey, can you help us? We're blocked inside this monstrosity. What? All of these are valid questions, except for this one. Morgan sent us here. Who are you? What happened here? What happened here? We're trapped here. I don't know if you've noticed, but the tree is alive, and it trapped us here. We've been stuck between roots and walls for days. Tanya, maybe you should tell them why we're here. Yeah, fine. Morgan sent some of his men here, and then he sent us to find out why they disappeared. I think he hired us because he didn't want to share the secrets of this place with other people from the Ammo Nation. At first, we couldn't find anyone. We explored the place a bit and found the path through the roots. That's where we discovered 2 bodies. I sent 2 of our group to drag the bodies out while we kept searching. We eventually found one of Morgan's men still alive, but there were branches and roots all around his body. We tried to free him. That just pissed off the damn tree. Roots and branches came to life like some fucking nightmare. It began tearing through the flesh of some and trapping the rest of us here. It's been days. We're out of supplies. All our family either got killed here or maybe they just ran away. Guys, you have no idea how happy I am to see you. One of our group fell through the floor of the upper level. She should be around here somewhere. We were searching for you What do we have to do? Like, both of these, yes. I'm not leaving without her, but we're helping them because I kind of want them in my party too. What do we have to do? We're trapped between the ruins and the roots. You need to find a way to cut the roots or find a path that leads to one of the closed doors we can see from here. The doors are big, red, and metal, but we couldn't find a way to open them. One of us fell through. You see her? You see? I told you I heard voices coming from the other side of the tree. Fine, but that doesn't change anything. Tanya turns to you again. TJ heard someone, but she must be on the opposite side of the tree because the sound was very muffled. We were searching for you, and not because of Morgan, but because of the wolf pack. Seriously? Then we'll have to talk about them once you manage to get us out of here. All right, let's go find a way. Thank you. Just be careful. The tree may seem harmless, but this bastard has killed more people than you can imagine. Good luck, mates, and thank you for your help. You proceed further into the building, coming across an area with less vegetation that is easier to traverse. Carlos is really worried and keeps looking around, hoping to find his wife. April, where are you? Can you hear me? You search room after room until you reach another section completely overrun by roots and branches. Guys, I'm over here. You keep looking up, following the voice until you finally see April. She's in the distance, protruding from the floor above you. We're coming, my love. Carlos seems to be quite relieved. This is not going to be easy. Look at our surroundings. This place is a death trap. The structure is weak. Roots are everywhere, and by the look of those people getting absorbed into the tree, it's pissed. Caution must lead our feet. We don't want to provoke any hostile reaction. Advance carefully, search for another way. Let's go for it. Let's advance carefully. You start to carefully walk across the vegetation. It's not easy, but you manage to advance without cutting anything. Let's do it quick. Those things, they're moving more than before. I think the tree knows we're here. Your efforts pay off, and the group finally reaches April. She's beaming with joy and relief. Sweetheart, do you think you can jump down here? I don't know. I'm scared, Carlos. It's so far down. There are some thin roots over here. If you throw me a machete, I can cut them and maybe find an easier way to come down. Okay, but be extra careful. The tree can be dangerous and we don't want to provoke any reaction. I would suggest that this tree is self-aware, dangerous, and if provoked can attack us. Almost all the people Morgan sent here before are dead because they tried to cut a path through the roots. The tree is dangerous. If you hurt it, we may have to face the consequences. All the people Morgan sent here died because of it. We'll go for this one. It's a better explanation. Are you serious? Yes, we need to be careful or we may be its next victims. We have no time to explain. We should get out of here as soon as possible. Jump down. If you get hurt, we'll manage. I do not want all of our lives on my head. I doubt you do either. It's too risky to provoke the tree. You haven't seen what it can do. Yeah, let's just have her jump down, to be honest. Okay, we can't risk you breaking a leg. Be quick and cut through the least amount of vegetation possible. Got it? No, let's not piss off the tree. Let's have her jump. She's gonna break a leg. I know it, but damn it, this is the best option. Like, land on the tree. April takes a deep breath and closes her eyes for a second. Fine, I'm jumping down. I just hope you're right. Somebody catch her. April jumps down, but the height was too much and she hits the ground with a brutal thud. One of her legs is twisted and bends out in an unnatural way. I freaking knew it. April screams in agony. My leg! I think it's broken. Yeah, probably. Carlos rushes to April's side and tries to help her to stand up. Come on, my love. Let's get out of here. You're safe now. We need to save those other poor souls. I'm not suggesting we get killed for them, but we should at least try. That's a great idea. April can sprint ahead of us and let them know we'll be right there, Jerome. We should at least try. If things get hot, we'll run away, but we need to make an honest attempt. We need them to chase the wolf pack. I won't let them die in here. Let's get out of here. No, we need to try. Carlos looks at you for a moment before replying. Fine, but if it looks like it's about to get hairy, I'm grabbing April and taking our happy asses to the exit. So many asses. Let's move. I feel that we don't have much time. The tree is waking up. A good reason to get out of here as soon as possible. Suddenly the ground begins to rumble and there is movement all around you. It seems that the tree finally woke up. Its roots are shaking the entire building. This place is falling apart. We have to get out of here. Your group starts running, trying to get back the same way that brought you so deep into the building. Carlos struggles to help April walk while the plants come to life all around their feet. The surroundings are changing right before your eyes as the roots shift and move about. The tree is more aggressive now. Its roots reach out towards you and your companions. That's not good. Jerome points his finger at the passage you previously used to explore the building. It's now completely blocked by roots and rubble. This way. Eva starts running down a corridor that was previously hidden by the roots. Come on, let's go. You proceed through the corridor when suddenly you hear a female voice screaming. Tanya and TJ abruptly appear from around a corner. What happened? Weren't you trapped? When the roots started to move, we were able to find a way out. Less running of the mouth, more running of the feet. I don't want to die under tons of brick and concrete today. That seems to be clear enough. Let's go there. After what seems like a lifetime of running among moving roots, clawing and grabbing at whatever they can reach, you finally see some stairs leading to the upper floors. Up there, they should lead us out of here. While you run to the stairs, you hear a scream coming from behind. You turn and see April trapped by roots, her legs and arms completely entangled in them. Carlos tries to help her, but the roots get the better of him, wrap around his body and prevent him from freeing April or himself. Throw an incendiary grenade on the vegetation behind Carlos and April. Run to help Carlos, run to help April. God, those are my options? Oh, those aren't very good options. I'm gonna go with the option that requires an item and hope for the best. God, there's no good option here, like Carlos or April. Like, honestly, I'm gonna help April, but hopefully I can do both if I blow up the tree roots from behind them. Let's give it a shot. Mobilogy gives you a puzzled look as you set fire to the rag on the incendiary grenade. What the hell? The grenade lands behind your trapped companions and the burst of fire engulfs all the roots caught in the blast. As they recoil, it allows April and Carlos to escape from their deadly grip. All right, it worked out. Come on, let's get out of here. The group moves without haste. Without haste? The group moves hastily and finally reaches the stairs. The group is able to make it up a few floors before being stopped by a massive hole that occupies the space where the stairs were supposed to be. Your group tries to find a way around. Thankfully, the upper floor seems to be safer since there is less vegetation trying to kill you. Demetra points her finger to the opposite side of this room. There. You turn and see the same stairs that allowed you to go deep into the building. You run to reach them, but suddenly the floor trembles and several roots emerge from the ground. After some struggle, you're able to reach the stairs. But when you look back, you see Carlos get pulled away from April by roots around its feet. He falls to the ground and they pull him in. Seriously, Carlos and April, what the hell is your problem? I mean, April has a problem. What the hell's your problem, Carlos? April falls without Carlos to support her leg and starts screaming, help him, please help him. But it's too late. They were too far behind. While you run towards Carlos, you see the roots crush his body with incredible strength. No, no! April screams through her tears while Demetra and Jerome drag her away. April, he's gone. We have to go. Jerome keeps dragging April's body across the ground as she screams at the sight of the dismembered body of her husband. Shit, let's get out of here. Mobilogy turns and starts running away along with you and the others. The entire building trembles intensely. Debris falls all around as you climb the stairs, desperately trying to escape. You finally reach the ground floor and run with all your might until you manage to get out and away from the building. Jerome's body almost gives out as he collapses to the ground. He struggles to sit upright, saying nothing. He just looks at you with a desperate face and shakes his head. April keeps crying as she lays on the ground. Demetra and Eva are near her, trying to be supportive, but she is too lost in her own grief to notice them. I cannot apologize enough for what happened in there. We lost all our companions. It was horrible. TJ looks at Tanya. Now what? I think we should go back to Morgan before doing anything else. At least we'll get what we came here for. The dirty pig sent us into a deadly trap. Alright, so we lost Carlos. I didn't think I'd get out of this unscathed, the party, but it was looking good for a while there. Alright, we'll ask about the wolf pack. We're out now. Mind telling us what you know about the wolf pack and why you're chasing them? We have our reasons. What about you? Why are you interested in them? We've been after them since the day they took some of our friends. Then let us all go to Morgan. We will talk again about the wolf pack once the pig gives us the information that cost us our entire family. How many people traveled with you? We were 9, and now there's only the 2 of us. We lost our friends, our family. We have nothing now. There were people I liked and people I didn't, but I never wanted to see any of them dead. Yeah, I think I'll even miss that annoying prick of Devin. Devin? You don't really seem to like Morgan. He was so secretive about this mission. He gave us no info and sent us into certain death. And for what? If I'd known that we would have to fight a giant mutant tree, I would have brought something to burn it down. So no, I don't really like Morgan. Screw him and screw his fucking secrets. Hopefully I'll never have to deal with that bastard ever again. Alright, I think it's time to leave. Okay, we'll leave this place and go straight to the Ammo Nation. The group prepares to travel while April still solemnly grieves her dead husband. It seems impossible to talk with her right now. You pack your things and go back out onto the White Wasteland. Next stop, the Ammo Nation. But I think we will have to continue this next time. We seemingly lost one person. Well, not seemingly. We totally did lose somebody. But we got 2 new people in, so I guess there's that. But with that done, that is going to do it for these parts of Icy Journey to the White Wasteland. When we come back, we will continue the main plot, and hopefully things will be a little bit cheerier next time. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.